Gotcha.
Because that you can't forget that butthole mouth.
No, I can't. First kiss.
Is the insinuation that your first kiss was with someone with a butthole mouth, or was with a butt?
I was just making a funny joke, and Tim didn't like it. So
Actually, Adele, the joke was pretty good. Hello, Jasons and Melissas, and welcome back to the fourth and final season of Rewatching Home Movies, a weekly watch-along podcast where three friends and one guest break down the 1999 animated series Home Movies. My name is Tim, and I'm obsessed with home movies.
My name's Adele, and I am a home movies newbie.
My name is Marcin, and I've never seen home movies.
My name's Google, and I've been here the whole time.
Whoa.
Just kidding. It's Nick, and I have fever dream memories of watching home movies, and that's about my experience.
Home Movies, Season 4, Episode 9, titled, Those Bitches Tried to Cheat Me.
Oh, I thought it was going to be My Cheating Heart.
We already had My Cheating Heart.
Well, it made more sense here.
My Cheating Heart 2? Electric Boogaloo?
Those bitches tried to cheat me.
Again.
It was a really good line.
Yeah, it really was. Well, original air date was March 7th, 2004 on Adult Swim, written by Brendan Small, Bill Broaddus, and cast, directed by Lauren Bouchard, and produced by Jack Ferriolo. Synopsis for this episode: Brendan cheats on a test, Coach attempts to cheat on a different test, and Jason has a new crush. That is that.
A, B, and C.
A lot of A, B, and C, yeah. Really well done. Again, this episode really reminds me of the this happens, then this happens, therefore this happens kind of writing style. So we're going to get into this episode, but gang, we have a guest.
Hi, it's me. I'm the guest. It's me.
The guest who has, been here from the beginning for a lot of different, I guess that applies different ways. Fan from the beginning, much appreciated. The artiste who did our season 4 art.
Yes.
I believe Marcin's Creative Corner.
From one of the episodes.
From one of the episodes, yes. And the aforementioned Google, whenever Marcin gets a little tip from Google.
Yeah, the amount of times that we've been here, Nick has been, with me watching the episodes too, and then we'll point out things and be like, yeah, look over there.
Be my voice.
Yeah, essentially.
Now I can say them instead of you.
I think it was season 4, episode 1, when there was a literal gnome floating in the jar, and I couldn't see it, and Nick was prodding me, and I was what? And they pointed. I was like, oh, and I just was like, oh yeah, Google told me.
Google informed me that there was a
I don't know why you started that bit. I don't know why you started that bit.
Mostly I don't know, because I was Googling something at some point, and then you told me what it was before Google was finished, and I was like, yeah, Google told me.
Well, Google told me that we are going to jump into this episode, but first, we're going to jump into the Creative Corner, shall we? Now, I don't have anyone bringing in the Creative Corner. We have a guest. I don't want it to be awkward, so this Creative Corner...
Creative Corner. Doodly doo.
This contract isn't up.
No.
That's because it's written in blood.
My mistake. I'm sorry, guys.
So, of course,
Left my Diva cup on the sand.
Oh, no. Why am I
Would
cursed?
a Diva cup for a vampire just be like a shot glass?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A little treat. Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Sorry.
It's okay. I unfortunately know what a Diva cup is. All right, so Creative Corner.
Same thing as a moon cup, or am I thinking of something?
Yeah,
I believe so,
essentially,
yeah.
you're thinking it's a menstrual cup.
I think Diva Cup and Moon Cup are just the name of the
brand names.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a real Kleenex Q-tip situation. Creative Corner, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So my Creative Corner is, I discovered this back in 2020 in the bowels of the pandemic, and it really kind of, I don't want to say it helped me, but it distracted me from it for a good minute. And that is Midnight Gospel. and it's a TV show. So Duncan Trussell has a podcast, so he'll interview people on like really like interesting or deep topics, and then they will animate it to like this really like trippy psychedelic animation style. And they talk about things like death and Buddhism. And the last episode, he interviews his mom, who tragically passed away like right before it aired. So it's just really, it's really stunning and beautiful, and also like it makes you think. And that was the one I thought of at the top of my head about 5 minutes ago.
Well, that the Midnight Gospel was such a like. I think you told me to watch it at the time, and I did.
Mhm.
And it's not only the last episode is so impactful because it's his mom, but like they were talking about her eventual death because
Yep.
she had cancer.
Yep.
So it was in a very intense conversation about
Mhm.
death and how to move on from it. And the show is really insightful in so many ways. I remember one episode that had something to do with capitalism, but you know,
Oh, yeah.
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 And the animation's really good. It's got that almost like Adventure Time-ish vibe
Yeah.
to it.
And
Was it still Pendleton Ward who worked on Midnight Gospel?
I believe so.
Or like, so that could have been very well
Yeah.
because
Right.
it was him.
Yeah.
I remember because before watching Midnight Gospel, a lot of my art was a lot of like dark black and white art. And then seeing Midnight Gospel and seeing the use of color in such a like dramatic way, it like really opened up myself creatively to like explore with color. And I think that's kind of where all of my psychedelic artwork came from, was inspired by that show. But yeah, I mean, the topics, it's a different topic every episode, and it's just every single one is so thought-provoking. And I don't want to say you got to be in the right mindset for it, because everybody should watch it, because emotions, don't be afraid of them. Just live them and just feel them. And that's a good show to do it with.
It really is. It's really thought-provoking. It is very heavy sometimes, but it's not as heavy as like some of your other creative corners.
Yeah.
I tried watching The Family the other day, got 10 minutes in and went, no.
Yeah. Well, hey, we got to be informed.
Yeah, exactly. Midnight Gospel is a different type of heavy, and I
Yeah.
think you can sit with that one a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Great creative corner, Adele.
Thanks. Sorry, I waited last second to think of one.
No, it was a good
It's
one.
okay.
It was a good choice.
Thank
Hell yeah.
you.
You just let the vibes carry you.
Absolutely. Vibes alone.
Yep. Kind of did the same. So who wants to go next?
I will go next. My creative corner is a movie, and I love movies. I have recently been trying to keep a list of like my top 25 movies, and I've just been thinking about them. Sometimes they go off, sometimes they come on, but I always have 5 movies that stay. Those are my top 5 movies that stay. So I Saw the TV Glow, Jaws, Coraline, Sing Street, and my creative corner today, Dave Made a Maze. It is the perfect party movie. And what I mean by that is like if you're sitting with your friends and you need a movie to watch, put on Dave Made a Maze. It's such a fun movie. It's like an independent film that was made.
I've seen this movie.
Have you?
He makes a maze in his living room with a bunch of boxes.
And it's bigger on the inside.
But when he goes inside, I've seen this movie.
It's such a good.
It's a really good movie.
It
It's
really
like a
is.
out of the box moment.
Yeah, but it's a
It is kind of like a grown up out of the box
Nice.
meets. What am I thinking of that it went across with? Not quite Labyrinth per se.
Is it spooky?
No, it's a horror comedy, and it It
Like
has-
Shaun of the Dead.
a little bit, yeah. The way that the horror works, or the way that like the kills happen, is also creative. Like, so someone gets a slice and like red ribbon comes out,
Oh, okay.
but they're really dead.
It's
like
very DIY.
one of the musicians from OK Go is in the movie, has a cameo, and that's really fun. I found it on TikTok. Someone was just like, hey, check out one of these movies, and it's such a sleeper hit.
Mhm.
There's a Minotaur in the movie, in the maze.
Mhm.
Wasn't
And-
it Johnny Mundo?
Johnny
Or was
Moon,
it-
Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, John Morrison. He's a professional wrestler that I've been following for a long time. You didn't never see his face. You just see his abs, which is,
Which is great.
That's fine.
yeah. But the premise is that there's this guy named Dave who is in a relationship with his partner, who is the kind of breadwinner in the thing. And he's like the artist, and he's really down on himself because he never finishes anything. And the whole time he's trying to finish this thing, but it's huge. And he's even on the inside, he's stuck there. Like, so everybody has to come in and try to save him. But he's like, I still want to finish it though.
That sounds deep.
It's really deep. and
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
but it's a really good movie. Me and Nick watched it. I think I showed them it. And then I showed it to Jens and Ed and all my other friends on Discord. It is a perfect party movie because it's such a fun watch and it's just really funny the whole time. And it goes so many different places and the soundtrack is awesome.
Nice.
My favorite bit about the behind the scene is that they did not pay for any of the cardboard. And the cardboard was used, like, there was so much cardboard in this movie.
Where'd they get all the cardboard?
Outside Home Depot in the dumpster.
Ah, hell yeah. Let's go.
And because it was in California, they're shooting, and when Home Depot found out about it, they were like, no, you got to fork up some cash.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
We can't let you have something for free,
No.
even if it's literal garbage.
I'm going to take this time to say, fuck you, Home Depot.
No,
it's cardboard.
No, genuinely, like, someone who's a guerrilla filmmaker myself, like, it takes $40 to walk outside my apartment. How am I going to make a fucking movie when Home Depot's coming at me for this fucking cardboard they threw away?
You fucking assholes.
Exactly, but they didn't pay for it. They just, like, just kept scooping it at night, and they shot it in 2 rooms. The art department worked on one room while another room was being filmed, and when they switched to the other room, they tore down the other room. And once you watch this movie, you're going to be like, that's fucking crazy. The art department went so goddamn hard in this movie.
And then to have it all tear down just to build something new on top of it.
Oh, dude, I mean this. Do not watch it without me. I want to watch it with you.
It is a movie night.
Yeah, it's such a great movie. It's always in my top 5, and it's fucking perfect. So that's my creative corner.
Great creative corner.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, this sounds so familiar to me. And I want to say, so, I mean, you know me, I have the ability to stream movies, whatever. I think I was on one of those sites and I'm just like scrolling and I'm like, David makes a maze? Like, what the? And I think I watched a trailer for it and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm in.
It's
and
really good.
yeah, I remember being very impressed.
I remember being interested in it when I saw a trailer for it in the theaters at one point. I know that Paper Cranes had stood out to me in particular, but then I remember never hearing about it again.
Right.
Until I watched it with Marcin.
It's a damn shame, too. I related to it so heavily in bed because there's a point where, like, the dynamic between the partner is, like, one's a breadwinner and then one's a dreamer who's just trying to be an artist and is, like, kind of mooching on their partner. And I remember laying in bed next to Nick and being like, maybe I need to turn this off because I'm relating to this too heavily.
No.
But it's this very sweet ending, very sweet story. I love it, genuinely.
I want you to know one of the highlights of my life is getting to support your creative endeavors because they are ones that I believe in so very closely.
See, it's recorded. It's recorded. I'm going to play this later.
Sound clip.
You got it clipped. Nice. Very nice, creative corner.
I love you too.
Nick, would you like to go next or would you like me to?
I'll fuck it up. Let's go. So my creative corner is a YouTube essayist, Lily Simpson. That is LYLYSIMPSON. She is a trans and autistic essayist. She covers media, usually trans representation in media. She covers a lot of trans episodes of or trans adjacent episodes of different sort of television shows. Some of it is animated, some of it's aimed at kids, some of it's aimed more towards adults. And I, honest to God, think she is a brilliant essayist. She makes a lot of very fantastic points. In case anyone can't tell by the sound of my voice, I guess. I don't know. I myself am non-binary and transmasculine, so my experience isn't transfeminine the way hers is, but I think the way that she speaks to transness is just dead to rights. She's very eloquent. Even when she covers topics on transmasculinity, she's very good about consulting with transmasculine folks, and I think still gets so many of the points absolutely right.
Nice.
She's one of the few creators I still support on Patreon right now, and I highly, highly recommend looking into her work and supporting her financially if you can, because I think particularly she is, I believe, living presently in the UK.
Okay.
Good for her.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the UK or Australia, New Zealand. I believe she's jumped between all 3 from what I've understood. But I, am a trans person living in the US, and having someone, even if they're someone overseas, be able to speak to the experience and interact with media made for or popular in the US, I think is still powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so they're on YouTube?
Yes.
Nice.
Mhm.
Is it just their name that's their YouTube handle?
Yes, just Lily Simpson. You find her pretty much straight up, straight away. I don't recall how I stumbled on her. I think it was one of those just sort of weird times where the YouTube algorithm got the niche exactly right.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, you might like this. And it's like, I do like this.
YouTube comes through every once in a while.
Once in a while. I really like her too, especially because she doesn't just do trans episodes of trans property. Sometimes, like episodes that aren't specifically about a trans person. For example, one of the episodes of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner, like, I wish to be girl,
Yes.
where
And
Wanda's
she
like,
speaks to the way that could be a moment for trans people.
Yeah.
It's a sort of egg cracking moment. She covers, not just episodes that are explicitly trans, but trans allegorical potentially.
Nice.
And she reads it from a trans lens in a way that I think is fantastic. I think that was the first of her essays that I sent to you, Marcin.
Yeah.
Was her like breakdown on that Fairly Odd Parents episode.
because I remember
that episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember watching that episode specifically because I Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, like that era of cartoons. Like,
Absolutely.
exactly. And like even some of the episodes they do of like House, because House is extremely offensive to trans and gay people. And I remember watching House from like day one. My mom was obsessed with House. Also, The Good Doctor. I think there was an episode.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
She covers ones that are both positive representation as well as negative representation. If you are someone who is particularly interested in one or the other, she playlists both in her playlist list, I guess, for lack of a better term. She has a separate thing for positive rep and negative rep. So that way, if you're no downers right now, or if you're like, I'm actually interested in looking at the way these things have been gotten wrong, I don't know, you're like, I'm thirsty for that haterade. You can look through either one. But I think regardless, positive and negative, she has like brilliant points. I think she approaches from a very like simultaneously compassionate, where she's like, some things like, yeah, I get it, haha, it was this time, but we still could have done better. That doesn't mean we didn't deserve better than that at this time. And yeah, she's someone I absolutely would highly, highly, highly recommend.
I have to look them up.
They have a lot of
After the
great
pod.
video essays.
Hell yeah.
We're big on video essays in this
Yes,
house.
we are.
hmm
So we're always looking for more.
Real quick, is it cool if we mention that you're a licensed therapist?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one, I highly doubt that any of my clients are going to find this. I'll be honest with you.
Oh.
Even if they did, cool.
Just hearing Tim go, oh.
I mean, I'm not allowed to talk about stuff like
Right.
this in session. I can't be like, go listen to my podcast
No, I
because
know.
there's an ethical. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you could mention it. I suppose I could put it. My credentials are that I'm an LPC, which stands for Licensed Professional Counselor. I've worked with predominantly at first kids and adolescents in a community mental health facility, like regular work, including crisis work. However, now I work in private practice with all populations, though I think at this point I see more adults than I see kids. Usually other queer folks, usually people working through histories of trauma, which I guess maybe Marcin brings up because I'm pretty sure that I've diagnosed, and I can't actually diagnose this, of course. Jason is very much a neurodivergent child.
Oh, absolutely.
That is an ADHD,
Yeah.
possibly ADHD child.
Yeah.
Even just by virtue of the way that I see him consistently put his hands on his head,
Yeah.
is a thing with children who are neurodivergent, who are trying to maybe self-regulate.
Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
see that 100%.
Yep.
Just wanted to throw that out there just in case that would be like a good little expertise moment.
Yes. And lack for a better term, you're doing the fucking Lord's work. Because, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Appreciate you. We're not paid like it.
And that just leaves me, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to give you the elevator pitch, and then I'll just kind of leave it at that, because my creative corner this week is a TV show Adele and I found on Netflix called Pantheon. It's 2 seasons, and it's an animated series, very well done. The animation reminds me a little bit of like Invincible, right? So along those lines. The elevator pitch is it's a modern day story where everybody is worried and arguing about AI being the next big thing. This company kind of steps up out of nowhere and says, it's not AI, it's UI. It's not artificial intelligence, it's uploaded intelligence. And this all unravels by basically a little girl whose father passed away, worked for the company, and suddenly begins getting a hold of her through a computer. Turns out he was an uploaded intelligence, and, you know, that's just kind of the beginning of it. And from there, it goes in a lot of different directions. But man, it's a really good show.
It really is.
I saw a clip, which I tend to do when I'm, doom scrolling. I saw a clip from Pantheon,
Yes.
and I remember it being from that being the thing that I saw, I remember going, oh God, this is a fork in the road. Am I going to watch this or am I not? It was very interesting.
I'll say this. It's a very good show. It's very intriguing.
Very topical.
Very topical. I don't know if I would say it's binge-worthy because it is so heavy.
Yeah. We'll watch like maybe 2 episodes at most.
We'll watch 1, maybe 2. We'll see how we're feeling after that first episode if we watch another one. But it's on Netflix if you're into that kind of thing. If not, you sail the high seas like I do. It's out there. But Pantheon, it's 2 seasons. Very well done. A lot of A, B, C, D story going on, and just
a lot of questions as you're watching. You're like, who's this guy?
Yes.
Animation is beautiful too. Very, very well done.
Do they get answered? Do the questions get answered?
We're still on season 1 because that's how slow we're watching it.
Yeah, we're taking our time with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions unanswered so far. But
but a lot of stuff is happening. Yeah. What I just explained about this girl having her father reach is literally like the opening scene. We watched that trailer for it and we're like, damn, this is interesting. And then turned the show on and the trailer was basically the first 2-3 minutes of the first episode.
The human brain is the most complex computer there is, as much as it's stupid, dumb, gumbush.
Yeah. And it's very interesting because you've got a wife and a daughter who have very conflicting ideologies about the efficacy of uploaded intelligence. A girl who wants her dad versus a woman who's like, I mourned this man. For years, I mourned this man. You're not just going to upload him.
Her stance is it's not actually him.
Right.
Because it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Because
it's not. Because it's
full
not.
body chills.
I mean, it brings into the question, like, human soul.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Is the person the soul within, or is the person the consciousness? Are they their thoughts, or are they something else?
I think that show by itself we could probably do a whole podcast on the efficacies of all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just to get it kicked off, Pantheon, it's on Netflix. It's 2 seasons, highly recommended.
Okay. Yeah.
Expand your mind, man.
Putting it back on the list.
Upload your conscious. Wait, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Man, all right. Great creative corners all around, gang. Are we ready?
I am.
Jump into this episode.
Yes, sir.
Go.
I listened to 2 commentaries on this episode. I'm not going to lie. There was actually a really good commentary, not just with Brendan Small and Lauren Bouchard. There was a really good commentary with Bill Broaddus, who helps Brendan write the episodes, and Jack Ferriolo, the producer of, the recent episodes. So, there's a lot of good stuff in this episode. But I think we're just going to jump in. This episode opens. We see Jason inside of the coffee house. Now, he's sitting at a booth. I think he's like drawing or something. When Brendan approaches him, Jason offers him coffee, tea, biscotti, scone. He also mentions this place has really good cheese sticks. So Brendan tries to rush him, mentioning, they're kids and they have to go to school. And Jason, off the rip, is acting weird. I think it was the Renaissance episode where he said he's allergic to coffee and he has to have decaf. But I can tell by the way he's acting, he's a little twitchy. I think he knocks his cup over at one point. I think he's had a little bit of coffee.
My note here with the donut was like, that's not powdered sugar, that's cocaine.
Yeah.
I was like, because Tim's talked about Jason's sugar addiction before. I thought this was going to be an in-depth, he's an addict to sugar episode because of all the little sugar packets everywhere.
Yeah.
But
a little jelly donut.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is the addict episode, but it was not.
Yeah.
When he said oh yeah, girls, I was like, oh no.
He's wanting a different kind of sugar.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Melissa episode.
Well, funny you say that because it's not. Well, Melissa's got her own thing going.
Oh yeah.
Like we said, this episode, I really like it. The pacing is amazing and very good ABC story. And I like how Brendan kind of dips into all of the stories. Yeah, just so well done, this episode. So Jason says he wants to have a little guy talk, and he brings up how girls are weird. Am I right? And almost a different species.
Men are not like women, or what is the McGurk?
Men are
not like women, but women are like men.
Or is it men are like women, but women are not
like men?
I don't know. It still doesn't make sense to me.
First episode, don't worry.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Marcin's video essay about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
think looking at the screen, one of my other notes was like akin to the front-facing Brendan can't hurt you, is sideways Jason can't hurt you.
It's so funny
he
how
does
just
look so strange.
Yeah.
on the side. His no neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Aw. He was low key pretty cute in this episode. I'm not even gonna fucking lie
What do you
about
mean?
it.
Yeah.
You're stalking a woman.
Okay, but like he's 7.
You know what? You're right. 7-year-olds out there, you're allowed to stalk women.
Once you
Adele's
hit 8
just like, I've been on book talk a lot. And
Wait, don't call me out on 4K right now. But I mean, yeah, we're just gonna end it there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
to change the subject, look at these coffee sconces.
those are really
Ooh.
cute. That is a clever
Yeah.
design
very much.
element, I guess.
Well, finally, Jason produces a hand-drawn photo of a girl and asks Brendan if he knows who she is. Jason confesses her name is Penny, and they go to school with her. Brendan asks if they're dating, and Jason's like, no.
Did you hear what grade she's in?
She's in 5th grade.
She's in 5th grade, which means she's 11, and he's 7.
Dang.
7-Eleven.
7-11. He's
So-
into older women.
Never forget.
I mean, he's got like with the nurse now.
Well, Melissa's a year older, too.
I suppose
Right.
it's
That's
true.
true. I feel like when you're that young, like age differences seem like a lot. I remember being
Right.
11 and never looking at a 7-year-old twice.
Like,
Right.
oh, yeah, they're cute. No.
That's a baby. That's a baby child.
It's like being a freshman in high school and looking at like a senior and going, oh my God.
I look at Marcin every now and again and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're an infant. I forgot. For context, Marcin is about, I want to say, a year and some change younger than me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Nick-
what an age gap.
Yeah, no, I know
That
that's
is
not much.
approximately the same age gap between Adele and I.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Jason says they're in that weird phase where they're trying to get to know each other, but then confesses that he has been following / shadowing her. Jason goes on to say that he's got a few questions like, what should I say? He asks a bunch of questions over and over again, and Brendan just keeps saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He asks, when it comes to women, is honesty the best policy? He's like, I got that one from a magazine. And Brendan's like, I don't know. I don't know. And Jason asks, do you not understand the question? Or, and then goes into this hat on, this hat off. Glasses, no glasses. Do they make me look nerdy? Tie, no tie. And the
Nervous.
entire time, Brendan's, I don't know. I don't know.
Brendan can't just answer a man, can't even just lie to a man. What would-
Honesty is the best policy, not just with women, with everyone.
I was going to ask what your advice would be to a 7-year-old child about, approaching and asking someone about their feelings. That question's to the floor.
You want to play blocks?
I mean, in general, I think the best approach is just to be like, this is going to sound like platitudes because essentially it is, but to truly be yourself and be honest about who you are. Because
Amen.
if
I'm nearly
someone-
30 years old and I have no idea who I am. What are you fucking talking about?
Well, I think the sentiment is more like, hey, a lot of times when you're courting someone, when you first meet someone, you have this like mask, this fake, you want to put forth the best version of yourself, but simultaneously, if this does end up being a long-term thing, that mask is going to drop eventually. So honestly, your best bet is to just be as unabashedly yourself as possible. So then that way, if that person likes you, they like you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like some different version of you.
Yeah. Then you got to keep up with that shit. No.
Right.
No.
When it's easier to just be like, yo, this is me. This is how I am.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to fuck with you eventually.
Yeah,
I'm looking
I
at
mean,
you, Tim.
Yeah. I'm also looking at you.
I'm looking at Jason, wondering will help shield all of the, let's call them complexities that
Yeah.
he's rolling with.
could hide the
Mhm.
dandruff or the cradle cap.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You know.
Ooh.
Well, we hear the bell of the front door ring, and Jason immediately hides under the table. He watches as Penny attempts her order. I don't know if you noticed, number one, the guy who is taking her order was one of the dudes from Improving Your Life Through Improv. I think he was the one that's like, hey, tell your story. He's like, well,
Yeah.
and at the end, she's like, wow, what a great emotional story.
Well, the guy in line behind her is the science teacher.
The science teacher, we have the referee
Mm.
from one of the games. I think there was another guy who I think we see him in the scene very back in the scene where McGurk is trying to pay with the groceries with his swords.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's the woman I've been seeing like in the crowd for Bye Bye Greasy or not.
My thing with the orange, from the back, I thought that was Andrew. Because like we see
Right.
him in the
I could
back,
see a
but
little bit of the...
it's just because he's ginger.
Yeah, but we have seen that guy before, so I know it's a different guy. A couple things real quick about Penny. Penny is voiced by Mary Lynn Ricecub. Mary Lynn is known for, well, she was on Always Sunny as Gail the Snail, and she was on the show 24. I think she was like the hacker nerd chick. She's been in a lot of stuff. When I was looking at her IMDb, it reminded me that she was in, it was a movie that Adele had as a creative corner once, that Dinner in
America.
Yeah, she was the mom in Dinner in America.
When you say 24, do you mean 24 or do you mean NCIS?
I mean 24, yeah, like Jack Bauer.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
never mind. I've never seen 24, but I did recognize her voice, I thought, from NCIS.
Yeah, I think NCIS has a similar character.
Yeah, who happens to be in Dave Made a Maze.
Really?
Gotcha.
You're thinking of Criminal Minds, actually.
Yeah,
You're
thank
not
you.
even on the right show
That's so
again.
funny.
They're
just thinking of
propaganda.
They really,
Forget her name, but she plays Penelope Garcia.
Yeah,
on
doesn't she have
Criminal
like the
Minds.
with the bangs and the pigtails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Another thing I learned in commentary is Marilyn had a whole speech that was like her order for this scene, but started it with a very long, and they just cut it off there. They
Oh my
completely
God.
cut out, because the whole point is she's taken up the line. So yeah, she improv this entire long speech of an order, and then they just cut it when she was just like,
17 takes using the first one.
You know,
Yep.
there I want to point out that Adele brought up, like, in the drawing of her, she has glasses.
Yeah, but she doesn't have them in real life, right?
I don't think so.
Maybe she just wears glasses sometimes. We don't know. We really don't know Penny as a person.
We don't. We've never seen her before, and I
No.
doubt we'll see her ever again.
And she's pale with red hair, and it speaks to me in a spiritual level.
Yeah. She's wearing glasses in the picture.
Yeah, absolutely. And overalls, is she wearing overalls in real life?
Yes. I think it's the same outfit that it's
Is
like
that-
green overalls with purple.
Is that a look of what baby Adele might have been like a little?
Only blonde. I'm not really a redhead.
It's fake.
But I did have braces at one point. So I mean,
Plucky.
she's me. I'm her.
I am her.
I am her. I often go into public places and just go,
And have a 7-year-old stalking you.
yeah.
You have no idea.
They're always there. I just don't know.
At this point, Brendan again says they need to get going. They're going to be late. And Jason says he's going to stick around and do a little more studying. Well, as Brendan goes to leave, Mr. Lynch walks by the coffee house and accidentally drops a piece of paper. Brendan tries to get his attention and realizes that piece of paper is the answer key to the test that they're taking today.
I thought this was a trap. I thought this was a Mr. Lynch trap.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
He seems like the type.
He's a little trickster sometimes.
Very sly.
Yeah. Like that one time he told Brennan he got an A on his test and it was a 0%.
No, he's like, I don't know. Could be something else.
Drum roll, please.
What a stinker.
Well, Brendan quickly and nervously puts the paper in his back pocket and jumps when he hears sirens. But it's revealed that the sirens are actually a cop trying to pull over Coach McGurk. So now we see this interaction. Coach opens by saying he doesn't remember hiring a male stripper.
Bold thing to say to a cop.
Yeah.
Really bold thing to say.
I think he was being genuine. I think he's like, damn, look, like he's looking down at him.
He is.
Yeah, he does give him a little elevator eyes, doesn't he?
Those
Yeah.
fucking
Thinking
glasses.
of cheating, he's cheating on Ronald.
Oh, shit.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald
Lynch.
McLynch.
Ronald, he is kind of dressed like Ronald McDonald a little bit.
So the cop asks for license, registration, and proof of insurance. And Coach hands over his driver's license, but says he can't really help with the rest. This is when we get a quick shot of his driver's license. We got a lot going on here. John J. McGurk does live at 1 Lonely Avenue. The town he lives in says anywhere, with the state being I am.
I am
Anywhere I am.
That's right.
So he's lived in the same apartment since the 80s.
Seems like it, because this driver's license expired in 1988.
He's got a mullet.
We know he's 5'10".
Yep. He was born on April 1st.
I was going to say.
Fellow Aries.
He
Hell
also
yeah.
doesn't spell his name with an H. It's a Jon John, as opposed to John John. That says a lot about a man. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say jack shit.
Is it a U or an I for Girk?
U. I.
UI.
I see a little dot right here.
It's both.
Yeah. It says McGurk in blue right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Now that I'm looking at it, he signs his name John. It looks like.
That's funny. His signature does have an H in it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it spelled out before.
Right here.
Well, I thought the JON is short for Jonathan, and JOHN is just John.
It's kind of like how you
I
get
could
Dick
see
from
it.
Richard.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ask him nicely.
So if you also
Out
noticed,
to dinner.
the zip code is 01812. I believe, was it my interview with Steve Rogan, where he was saying that was a play on, what was it, Van Halen or something? They had an album that was like OU812 or something like that, but this is OI812, right? Which is supposed to be the joke. But also, if you plug in the zip code for 01812, it brings you to Andover, Massachusetts.
That's not Florida.
Yeah. And it's also not 1988.
That's true.
It's the same address, man. He hasn't moved. He's still on Lonely Avenue.
He's also on Brew, so...
The corner of Lonely and Brew, but he lives on Lonely.
There's a lot of lonely avenues out there.
Oh, okay. So he just happened to move to Florida on a different Lonely Avenue.
That's actually what the original title of Boulevard of Broken Dreams was going to be.
Really?
It just didn't. No.
Oh,
You said it
It's
was
a bit, Adele. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
You lied to
That's
me.
fine.
He looks so happy as how old he is.
Well, in 88, he would have been
It says he was born in 65.
23.
65.
So he's still young and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. He doesn't know the horrors of life yet.
Is he... I was just trying to do his age real quick. If he's at this point still the same age we thought he was when we clocked him as an age.
What did he say at the journal writing class? He's 30-ish.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So, all right. Oh, yeah. Soup to Nuts, a.k.a. Tom Snyder Studios, where Home Movies was made, is located in Massachusetts. Just throwing that out there.
I haven't seen a single winter scene.
Yeah.
This entire series takes place of one summer, and
It's 104 days of summer vacation.
I was going to say Proto, Phineas, and Ferb.
Yeah.
But even Phineas and Ferb had some Christmas episodes where they had a winter scene.
Fair.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
never watched
we
that
got
show.
one Halloween episode. That's all you get. That's all you get. Okay, so he gives him his driver's license, and he's like, yeah, I can't help you with the rest. So the cop is like, you don't have registration? And the coach is like, hey, at least I'm not drunk, huh, Flatfoot?
Mm-hmm.
The cop tells coach, step out of the car. And coach plays the I have a lot of friends who are cops card. He's like, Wojahowitz. Cop's like, who? He's like, Wojo. So the cop tells him again, step out of the car. So next we see coach. He's doing a field sobriety test. And the cop is explaining he's very confused because none of his motor skills seem to be working, but he passed the breathalyzer. And that's when coach reminds him, I told you this before, I have a lot of problems with motor skills. And I've been through this a million times with cops. They pull me over, they breathalyze me, and half the time I'm not drunk.
Yeah. Sounds right.
I just noticed, is his license plate different
Yeah.
now than it was?
Yes. His license
Yeah.
plate during the field sobriety test is, oh yeah.
What was it before?
What was it before?
It was season 3, episode 1, Shore Leave, when we saw the back of it.
I want to say it was just like random letters
Was
and
it
numbers.
just reckless?
Reckless.
Yeah, it does say
Reckless.
reckless.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
You remember
Nice.
it. You remember it, so we don't have to.
So yeah, during the field sobriety test, his license plate is, oh yeah. But as we confirmed back in season 3, episode 1, it was reckless.
And it wasn't AHLA forever.
No, that's Eric.
Yeah.
All right. So the cop tells him he is going to write him a ticket. And it's funny because coach is like, why? And the cop says speeding. And almost immediately coach is like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That does make sense. So the cop informs Coach that his license is now suspended, so he'll have to retake the driving test. So have fun in traffic school. So the next scene opens with a quick shot of the test key for Mr. Lynch's science test. So yeah, we have the screenshot of this one as well. So the first question is name 3 members of the, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Perdix.
Perdix, maybe?
Perdix family. And the names,
Shylus, Loris, and Danix.
does that first...
There's a bit of a dot there. Like
That might
inks.
have been like a miss.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, it just sounds like Game of Thrones characters.
Right.
So
The second question I like, where does the red fern grow? Why, the answer is over the river and through the woods, of course.
it's just over
That's
the meadow.
not even the fucking
Over the
right
meadow.
answer.
And through the Brendan's thumb.
We all know the red fern grows on the gravestone. If you read where the red fern
I didn't.
grows.
I was going to say,
Isn't it like a kid dog die
Yeah.
book?
Damn.
Kid
Yeah.
Dog Die book.
Very, very graphic. for
Listen, that was a
kid
big
dog
genre
die
in the
book.
90s.
Yeah,
Kid
it
dog
was.
die.
Yeah.
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
There was, I cannot remember the name of it. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, but it was a movie where like this kid's dad dies and he's reincarnated as like several animals.
I thought you were
like
going to say a
dog.
snowman, and I'll be like, I've seen that.
No, not Jack Frost. With,
I'll think about that one. I never heard of that one.
I don't know if you guys saw the third question. Describe the function of the water lily used to promote frogosynthesis. Frogosis? And the answer is the water lily acts as
Shelter,
shelter.
food, and
Ear.
food. It does look like it says food ear or something.
Food czar. Refresher, fourth frog during this traumatic time. Also, it's pretty. Oh, it is.
Interesting.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Also, it's pretty.
I wonder. I'll ask this question later. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I understand why not too many people did well on this test.
Yeah.
Jason approaches Brendan and tells him that Penny is coming, and he wants Brendan to introduce them.
I saw that, Adele.
Dude, do I have to
I
change
silently for a reason.
anytime somebody says or is coming into frame? I have to be like, approaching.
I'm sorry.
A little bit.
Adele did it silently, at least. Young man.
I did it silently in my head too, but I just had to throw someone under the bus.
Yeah, you didn't do it silently into a microphone. Penny is approaching and he wants Brendan to introduce them. So we see Penny walk by and Brendan gets her attention to explain that he has a friend who likes her. I like this part because Penny says, "What's your friend's name?" But then immediately asks, "Who are you?" So when Brendan is like, "My name is Brendan and my friend is right here," the camera pans over to reveal no one is standing there.
Bogus move, Jason.
So, of course, Penny thinks Brendan is the quote-unquote friend. Brendan explains that he is Brendan, but his friend is the one who likes her. And Penny says, "That's funny. She sees what you're doing." And that basically she doesn't see a friend anywhere, so she understands and walks away. And Brendan tells her, "I think we're having a misunderstanding."
The second she was twiddling her hair, that was when it was over.
Yeah.
The hair twiddle.
That's how you know.
After she walks away, the locker next to Brendan suddenly swings open. We see Jason hiding inside, asking how it went.
Do you think he was approaching in there?
I'm so sorry. The second that took to process, I'm so sorry.
Play the line, please.
I'm fine.
Oh. Well, Brendan asks why he ran away, and Jason claims he didn't. He was just looking in his locker for his books. Brendan tells Jason never to ask him to do that again, and that's when Melissa approaches, says they have to go take Mr. Lynch's test.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
That's the line. That's the line this episode. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah,
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm going to say it more often.
Well, now we are in Mr. Lynch's classroom, and as it clearly states on the board, test today. We see Brendan is using the answer key to answer his questions, but behind him, Junior, Walter, and Perry have a very good view of what's going on.
The way that the scene is set up, is it the guilt and the shame that's like making all these camera movements?
They are doing a lot of little like trick shots with perspective and effects
Mhm.
Yeah,
in this
this-
episode. It
This
seems.
episode's very cinematic.
Yeah.
the way that it blurs on the test today as soon as it like cuts to the scene.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's talk about, because the music is in this part too. The music is so like Danny Elfman-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that plays at. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the music that plays, it's if I want to be even more specific, and I think Adele even mentioned it, it's very like Beetlejuice sounding.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking more like more Pee Wee Herman.
Right.
I can see that
Pee-wee's
too.
Big Adventure type.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, I like it. So the very next scene, the pacing of this episode is just like boom, boom, boom. Because the next scene, Lynch is handing back all the tests with being very disappointed in the class.
PhD interruption. I apologize, Tim. Air freshener. That's what it says. Food and air freshener for dramatic time.
Also, it is pretty, or does it just stop?
Also, it's pretty.
It just stops. Because for the longest time, I read like
there's a period there.
I read the F in air freshener as a bracket.
That's what, I was doing the same thing.
Also, Brendan's thumb is on the other side. It is over the metal and through the woods, as we can see. And I'm seeing the names too. Is that first name like Shirless? Shirlus is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Do we know what Perdix is, or is this made up?
It might, I don't know, but like Shirless, Loris, and Danix. I'm assuming like Shirley, Laura, or Lauren, and Danny, maybe?
I don't know. I do like the name Danix a lot.
Ooh, that would be a good name for a cat.
Yeah, it would.
I gotta consult actual fucking Google instead of I've been a fraud this whole time.
So I had to watch this scene a couple times too when Lynch is handing back the tests, because I think Melissa got a D.
I thought she got a C.
I think he handed it to someone else and said C, and then Melissa to D. She got a C or a D.
Yeah.
Everyone's grade seems to be a C or a D or an F.
Sounds like most of them are Fs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he hit a hot streak for a second. He's like F, F, F.
Walter and Perry are like getting more and more evil as this series has gone on.
They are. And I noticed while they were taking the test, they were like glaring at each other a little bit. And it's like, why
No. While they were taking the test, they see that Brendan has.
Oh,
right?
I thought they were like.
They're giving each other a look because Junior's got the best angle. He sees it. He looks at Walter like, are you seeing this? And Walter is like, I am. So he looks at Perry and Perry's like, I see it too.
That makes a lot more sense. I just thought they were like upset about the test and they were being competitive.
Well, I think the difficulty of the test probably had something to do with the fact that they're like, this motherfucker.
Can we also just put the sound on just for to see if Melissa got a C or a D?
Yeah, let's go back and do that.
Just real quick, the cinematic language, because we see the blurring of the screen, and it's supposed to be from like Brendan's perspective, so like that's what he's seeing.
Right.
But then we let it play on, and then it cuts to Junior and Walter, and then that happens again, so it's from their perspective. So I'm not exactly sure what the camera movement is actually saying in the scene.
I think they're just getting very...
To show like intensity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put mean muggin'.
Mean muggin'.
Mean muggin'.
All right, let's play
so let's see what Melissa gets.
B, C, D.
I think that was a D for Melissa.
Let's try it again. So immediately it cuts D to Melissa, and she is flabbergasted.
Well, that just shows how... Well, one of the questions wasn't even right on the answer key, so...
Yeah.
I also did look up Pardux. Apparently it means Partridge Family.
Ah, the show.
Oh, is this a Partridge Family reference?
Oh, are those
Shirley,
like
Danny, and Laura?
Are those the kids' names in the
I
Partridge
think
Family?
so.
I've not seen it nor heard of it until this very second. In fact,
It's like it was like basically the Brady Bunch, but they were like a family band that traveled. Literally in the theme song, traveling together.
Yeah.
Wait, did they
Come
go
on,
through the
get
meadow?
happy. No.
Okay.
It came on after the Monkeys, and I would turn it. The Monkeys was better.
Come on, get happy.
Come on, get happy.
We got a dream to go traveling together. All right. Yeah. Melissa, it looks like Melissa got a D on her paper. Yeah, a string of Fs. So Walter and Perry apologize, saying they'll do better next time, but Lynch tells them they should study instead.
They're so sad.
They claim that they did study. The test was too hard, and nobody did good.
How did Lynch grade the papers without the answer key?
I think he just had to rewrite an answer key.
Maybe he had it memorized.
That'd be my guess,
I
yeah.
think a teacher should know the material that they're like.
Exactly.
Hey, you never know.
Or a responsible teacher might have copy, like backup copies.
You're right.
That's fair.
So,
I've had a lot of shitty teachers.
yeah.
What, you don't know that the mitochondria is the power of a cell? No, I don't actually. Do you? And the teacher's sweating.
You're going to need to know this when you're an adult.
Fuck me,
You're not going to have a calculator with you at all times when you're an adult.
Exactly.
If I had a smidgen more of sex ed, I would have.
Marcin's like, they didn't even teach me how to fuck.
I just wanted to know what was going on in my body, baby.
Lord in heaven. Oh, Lordy.
I had to learn it from Big Mouth.
Big Mouth came out when you were in your 20s.
Yeah, you waited that long.
What, was I going to Google it? No, not in my search history.
You're like, I've got all this porn. You think I'm going to put educational material about sex?
When they said nobody did good, Lynch does that teacher thing where he's like, well, nobody did well.
Junior's crying. He's got his eyes are pulsing.
Yeah, Walter and Perry again say, you'd have to be a genius to do good on the test. So that's when Mr. Lynch points out, oh yeah, you got to be a genius? Well, look at this. Brendan Small, clearly not a genius. I think Brendan even says, thank you. Got an A+.
And a perfect sticker with a cat.
Perfect. And Junior, Walter, and Perry are staring daggers at Brendan.
Dutch angle.
Yes.
Is that what the title of that is?
Yeah, when it's kind of
off kilter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This scene, we see Brendan approaching a dumpster, ripping the test key in half and throwing it away. But we see a mysterious hand reach up and grab the test out of the dumpster, which contains an unhoused gnome.
An unhoused gnome who can apparently afford, like, beard ink.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, what's in his little spindle there? He's got the classic. I was a hobo one year for Halloween.
Yeah.
And we made that. We made the little stick with the handkerchief. And
are they called, like, bindles?
Yeah.
Or something?
Did your dad do the thing where he, like, burned the cork and, like, made you a beard?
No, so what my dad did was layer of Vaseline on the face, coffee grounds.
That's creative.
That's a good one.
Probably smelled nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but as a child, I saw, cartoon hobo, and I was like, okay, let me get the stick, let me get the spindle. And then I always saw them, like, eating out of, like, a can
of beans.
A can of beans or something like that. But, like, I didn't want to eat a can of beans, and I also didn't want it to be cold. So I put a can of raviolis in the microwave, and then...
Marcin.
I was a child. And then I thought it was even cooler when I saw the lightning strikes inside.
There was fireworks inside the microwave?
That'll make a sick effect for my film.
My dad didn't know what to do. He grabbed the microwave and threw it.
Oh, that sounds like him.
He didn't know what to do.
That tracks.
Yeah.
But I put hobome or hobgnome.
Hobgnome.
Yeah.
Hobgnome.
He looks pretty happy to be a nomad.
Yeah.
Nomad.
Nomad. Let's
Hey,
go.
that's good.
Nomad. All right. Well, now we are in the class. Welcome to Driving for Morons.
My first catch was, is that not the gay lifeguard?
Yeah.
That is.
And
Was he a gay light? Was he?
I mean, the one who was like, I ain't never.
I kiss him.
I breathe in their mouth.
I kiss him.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Why?
Which I also went from never kissed, but now divorced. He's since learned how to fuck. Good for him.
Also, who's JS plus EM?
Great question. I don't know.
Oh, I thought maybe you would have asked your
Maybe like in the
connections.
commentary or something.
No, nothing in commentary. What they did mention in commentary, not the one with Brendan and Lauren, but the one with Bill Broadus and Jack Ferriolo, they mention that the character model for the instructor is a little bit like Sergeant Slaughter, the old wrestler from back in the day. So, yeah, teacher, same as the lifeguard, tells them that all of them in one way or another broke the law. And when he says this, he rips the paper down and we see a drawing of the Statue of Liberty that says, break the law, break her heart.
I did not see that either times we watched this. That's great.
Yeah.
What does he say before pointing at this like sad man to the left? He says something.
Worst of the worst.
You should be ashamed of yourself driving like you do, putting people's lives in danger. I got a family. I got children in another state. And I don't want any of you nitwits crossing the border trying to kill my family that I'm trying to get in touch with. Got it?
Oh, he just says,
Oh,
Got it?
okay.
I'm glad you played that part. That's my favorite part. I got a family at another state. I don't need you nitwits crossing state lines.
He's at the border.
so this is supposed to be the same guy from the lifeguard.
Yeah, it is the same
but
guy.
It's just not.
And he just doesn't recognize John anymore. Or maybe he's
Yeah.
trying to reconnect with the driving sequence.
He does get pretty close.
I was wondering why.
That was a thing, right? Like people used to go cruising estates.
Oh yeah,
I still do.
yeah. Well, maybe not with gas prices.
Yeah.
That explains why I put "I blow man" in my notes. I've been staring at that like, why did I write that?
I blow, man.
Blowing them.
I'd blow in him. Among the students of the driving class, we see one guy that we've seen before. He's an older Asian guy. He was the one who fell asleep at the stoplight and Paula honked at him and was like talking shit about old people. I believe he also worked at the liquor store or at the drugstore when Paula was like, hey, do you have anything that makes me feel da-da-da? And he's like, yeah, liquor store's across the street.
We've also seen that old lady too
Yeah.
in the background.
Which one? The one with the purple hair or the one with the butthole mouth?
The one with the butthole mouth was in the grocery store when
Yeah, she looks familiar.
when McGurk was trying to buy stuff with swords.
Gotcha.
Because that you can't forget that butthole mouth.
No, I can't. First kiss.
Is the insinuation that your first kiss was with someone
No,
with
it
a
was-
butthole mouth
I was just
or
making
was
a-
with a butt?
I was just making a funny joke. And Tim didn't like it. So
Actually, Adele, the joke was pretty good.
We need to get that clip.
I know the timestamp.
You do?
Yeah, he's got it saved on his phone.
I screenshotted it.
That's great.
What I was trying to say, the older Asian dude, his character model, I just recently learned, is based off of animator Damon Wong.
Is it?
It is. I believe it was created by a different animator, D. Boyd. They did like to put themselves in to episodes, background, stuff like that. But Damon's whole thing was, he said, you guys can do it. I'm not drawing myself, so you guys draw me. So why they drew him as like an older, apparently sleepy dude, I don't know. Maybe he was always tired.
He looks a bit disgruntled.
Well, the instructor asks if anyone has any questions, and Coach raises his hand and says, can I leave now? The instructor calls him a comedian, and Coach claims he has a follow-up question, which is, can this get more boring? So when he says this, he has his eyes closed, almost like in a playful manner. But when he opens his eyes, the instructor is right in his face. Is my face too close to your face?
He wants to go.
I was going to say the sexual tension between those two.
Even from the first time they met.
Yep.
She's like, you know what I do when I put my mouth on? I blow on them.
Is it weird having man stubble rub up against other man stubble? Do I have coffee breath? Coach is like, it's not quite coffee. Do I have donut breath? Do I have sugary sweet donut breath?
And then they kiss.
It made me want a donut real bad.
I do remember my ex in college getting super drunk and just wanting to rub his facial stubble against my other friends.
Wait, what?
It's like Velcro.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
I guess part of it was he was like, I thought you'd like me more if I was a little gayer.
Did that track?
I mean, we broke up, so
Velcro. That's all I can think of with stubble.
Yeah, that sounds really painful.
He also said, do you hate it when I blow in your ear?
Yeah, I said something like, do you hate it when my lips are pressed up against your ear or something like that? And it's like,
give a little
whoa.
nibble.
Likes it.
Nibble.
And then as quickly as he came in, he just abruptly stands up and says, all right, class, we got a joker amongst us.
Yeah, it's the soccer comic.
Yep. All right, so the next scene. I'm not going to lie. We're going to play this scene.
I knew this was the one the second it
I
happened.
believe I wrote like gas station blow up.
Arguably the best scene in the episode. I really liked this scene.
All right, so this scene is the driving instructor telling McGurk to get into the invisible car.
Come on, get in here. Get in the car.
I have to pretend like I'm
Yeah,
getting in, or
come
I
in.
just sit down?
Drive me somewhere.
All right, fine.
Drive where you want to go. Drive me somewhere.
I have to do the thing with the fake
You have to put
steering
your
the
hand,
wheel.
yes. Put your hands up on the wheel. It's right there. Don't forget to check your mirrors and adjust your seat. Put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt.
This is ridiculous.
We put on our seatbelt, class. Put on your seatbelt.
All right, I put on my seatbelt.
Now let's pull out nice and slow because there are kids at play.
All right, I'm pulling out, and I didn't hit a kid. I'm driving, and I haven't gone over the speed limit. There's a red light. I just stopped. Thanks. Can I go now?
Nice try, pal. You didn't go anywhere, did he, class? Why? Because his parking brake was on the whole time. Oh, boy. I'm sorry. All right, let's try again. I am sorry.
All right, fine. I put the parking brake down. I check my mirrors. I pull out. I drive safely. All right, am I done?
Okay, now we got a stop sign coming up. What are we going to do there, huh?
Oh, no. No.
What?
Oh, my God.
What?
No brakes. I got no brakes. I can't stop this thing. Help! Help
The
me!
camera's doing all this.
I'm going to hit that gas station. I'm going to hit oh, my God, I'm hitting him.
He just wanted to go out
Please
to a
step out
nice
of the
dinner.
I'm not done yet.
Please get out of
Huge plume, a mushroom cloud.
Get out of that car!
All right, right off the bat, I love, and it literally doesn't happen until this scene, but both of them have whistles on right now. The instructor never had a whistle up until this point. McGurk always did.
I really want them to have a whistle off.
They actually like link together.
Yeah.
It's his best friends.
That's really, I'm blowing them.
There's a moment where
He loves to blow.
yeah. There's a moment where he like touches McGurk's arm and McGurk like looks down on his hand and then he goes, sorry.
I love when you said something like during the clip was playing because you said something and then McGurk goes, shh, I'm not done yet.
You're like, I want to do that to you. Haha, spouse bad.
No, McGurk was funny.
I know. I'm
Also-
teasing.
Also, the camera angles, they're just spinning and
Cinematic as fuck.
Yeah. This episode like took it up a notch with the camera and the animation in general.
Yeah, 100%. Very cinematic, like panning and moving and stuff like that.
This episode specifically compared to episode 1 of season 1 is crazy.
It's a different show.
Yeah, it really is. Like the fact that McGurk's like actually moving compared
Right.
to the first episode where everybody's kind of stagnant.
Very much so. Now, this is a commentary with Lauren and Brendan, and they talked about, I mean, we've talked about this from the beginning, the pacing of later episodes versus the pacing at the beginning of the show. And they said that some people actually told them they enjoyed the slowness of season 1.
Mhm.
They enjoyed that just, hey, we're not in a rush. Take your time. We'll get there when we get there. Kind of just slow pace. And then some people are like, no. It's the season 3-4 pace of like, yes, let's go. Boom, boom, boom.
I will admit there was a charm to the slowing down of like season 1, especially the last episode of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
The way that it was slowed down made it feel so much more intimate, whereas this is very, man, I wish I didn't have to write notes during it because it's just like, bam,
There's so much happening. So much. And literally the second somebody is like, hey, we have to go take that test or this is going to happen, whatever. It's literally the next scene it's happening, right? Now we have Brendan walking down the street. The music and camera angles start getting really weird and Brendan starts running. This is the Beetlejuice kind of music I was talking about.
What I wrote down in my notes here is the vibe I was getting in Adele, I think you can attest to this, is a weird Disney Channel horror movie music and camera angles. It turned into like a Monstober movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Play it a little bit here.
Go for it. That is so Beetlejuice to
It
me.
is. It so is.
Ah! Yeah, I like that music a lot.
Yeah,
So-
the way the sidewalk started peeling back and you saw a face in the tree and the camera angles just keep turning back and forth.
Yeah. So Brendan runs into Walter Perry and Jr., who are very weirdly congratulate him on doing such a good job on the test. Perry even wondering how he did so well. Jr. said you must have studied really hard, and Brendan claims, yeah, I stayed up all night. Brendan says he has to get going, and that's when Walter produces the answer key to the test, saying, then he won't be needing this anymore. So they tell him that they're going to blackmail him basically by saying they saw what he did. He'll get the evidence back once he helps them out. They say that he's working for them now, and that's when Junior breaks it down that Brendan will be supplying them with the answers to the next test. As they walk away, they're all laughing and then inevitably Junior is like, okay, shut up, stop.
Yeah, I guess my question here is like, why was he running? Like, is it just the guilt that is getting to him?
I think he was just like getting paranoid.
Yeah.
He just had that vibe, needed to start running.
It's just weird because I didn't think he thought that someone was going to come after him, and apparently it's like these three.
Yeah.
It was just the guilt.
He's probably more alert of like Mr. Lynch or some kind of authority like getting him, not really suspecting it was going to be his own classmates. But the next scene, we see Coach writing answers on his arm while saying that cheating is just another way of being prepared. Basically, that memorizing something is cheating. So by studying and claiming you've learned that stuff, you're actually cheating. Brendan says, wow, and Coach agrees, saying, yeah, I am just discovering this too as I say it. Which there's a scene like literally coming up that is very much gives me the same vibe of like, I too am learning this as I say it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever cheat?
I'm sure.
I was too straight edge of a child. No way.
I wouldn't put it past myself.
I really like debated whether I was going to mention this on the podcast or not.
Well, now you have to.
When I was like a freshman in high school, much like Brendan finding a key to a test, we actually found like an entire workbook that had all the answers in it.
That's clutch.
So me and my friends took it and used it because it was the entire book.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we graduated, we like almost ceremoniously picked a freshman in the next class and was like, use this wisely.
Oh my
Do
God.
not tell anyone about this.
That's so cool, though.
And it's being passed down to this day.
I hope so, because for some reason, thinking back on this, I imagine this kid like leaving my friend's house and being like, whatever, you fucking nerds, and like throwing it in a garbage can and just never.
Or he just assumed all the answers are wrong to fuck with him.
I mean, it was like the book looked a certain way, and this was like, hey, this is that book's answer key. So it was the entire answer key for a whole book.
Yeah.
For a freshman year class. So we're like, this is fucking huge.
I hope that like does get passed down, and eventually they come like somewhere after you at some point, and you're like, yes, I was the Half-Blood Prince. That's a Harry Potter reference that I feel bad for making, but
That was a good one.
Joanne, we have to talk. The transphobia needs to stop, Joanne.
Yeah.
Who's Jake?
Jake. Oh my God. Did you see the clip with Jinx Monsoon?
Oh yeah, like they're wasted. And they're like, this Jake is rolling.
It's almost like they wanted to transition who they were so the society would accept them more.
did you see the black mold that she has in her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I hope it stays there.
All right. So McGurk drops all that knowledge. Well, that's when Brendan says they need to stop talking about cheating because Melissa is coming. He doesn't want her to find out. So when Melissa does approach, Coach starts talking about cheetahs, the animal. And when Melissa asks what they're talking about, Brendan says computers and Coach says cheetahs. And Brendan says, yeah, they downloaded some pictures of cheetahs online. This part has always made me laugh because when I was a little kid, my family got our very first home computer. This was probably like 1994, 1995.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Christmas gift, and I woke up in the middle of the night to my dad like setting it up. It was like 2, 3 in the morning, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like busted. He caught me, and he's like, "No, come, let's check this out." And I remember the first thing we did. We had a CD-ROM of Encyclopedia Britannica, and he loaded up the jankiest video of like a cheetah running. That like back then, I was like, "This is fucking amazing." And if we looked at it now,
sure.
Yeah, if we looked at it now, I guarantee it's probably like 3 frames a second. Like
the fact that it was a cheetah, though, that's pretty clutch.
Yeah.
My first, not that this doesn't matter at all, I just want to say it, but my first interaction with a computer was seeing the Ooga Chaka baby The ooga chaka. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It was in an episode of Ally McBeal.
Absolutely the fuck I do not, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just show
I mean, Adele kind of nailed it. It's just a dancing baby gif when and then the Ooga Shaka Ooga Ooga song is playing.
Mine was
That is Hooked on a Feeling by Blues.
Yeah, there is.
Mine was the chimp who you scratched his ass and then smelled it and then fell out of a tree. That was my first interaction with the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that? I don't know that one.
You don't. That was it went viral.
It was like a YouTube video, no?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Or was it on Funny Junk?
I think it might have been
a long time.
Yeah.
Someone showed me a screen that showed me a video, and then they were like, "This is the internet," and then it ruined my life. So
yeah.
If it wasn't like Neopets or something like, it was something like joecool.com or Joe.
Mama.
I don't remember, but I remember there was like a little, not flash game per se, but you put a frog through a blender. It was very
okay. Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
What was it? Joe something.
I just remember it having a
Joe
high
cartoon.
something.
Yeah.
High pitched voice, and then you like watched a frog in a. I hated that.
The internet.
Yeah. Yes.
It was always terrible.
Yeah, a little bit actually.
Well, Melissa immediately calls them liars and says she overheard them. She seems kind of upset that this is how she finds out that Brendan was cheating and asks why he couldn't just confide in her. Brendan says he never told her because he never thought she would be okay with it. And she claims she does want to be included in his little cheating circle. But when Brendan points out, "You never let me cheat off you," Melissa gets very defensive and says because she studies really hard and it's not fair.
Yeah, it's not.
Correct.
Melissa stalks Brendan and everybody to make sure that they're not lying to her.
She's like, I can't believe I have to eavesdrop on your conversation in order to find out you're lying to me.
Which is wild because Jason's also stalking somebody
Yeah.
in a similar attitude.
Another connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out because I didn't want to skip over that part of the lore.
Good. Well, we're back in the driver's ed class, and they're taking the test, and the instructor immediately catches McGurk cheating with the answers on his arm and tells him to meet him outside. So this is the part I was talking about with another McGurk learning this as he says it. In the hallway, the instructor asks if he thinks he can cheat, and Coach unenthusiastically says no, but then pushes back and says he wasn't cheating, he was sweating, and the words rubbed off on his arm. And yeah, they were related to driving safety because that's what the book was about. And it's not my fault. It's actually the publisher's fault because they need to make the books better, but nobody cares about books anymore.
25 years ago.
When's the last time anyone in this room read a physical actual book?
Oh, God. I mean, I have books. I read.
I want
Yeah, you
to
got
be,
some physical books.
Yeah.
I want to be a physical book person again, but I feel bad of not maximizing my time because capitalism. So
That's
I've
so fair.
become an Audible girly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I come home and I'm so physically tired from working in the mines that I can't hold a book aloft anymore. It just turns to ash in my hands and my eyes get so tired and I wanna watch a YouTube video. But I love books. We were literally just talking on the way here of just like we wish we missed books, and we were talking our favorite books anyway.
There's something about just having a book because I'm like, nobody's taking this book from me.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I think the only physical book I've been reading right now is one on tabletop RPG therapy. And that's just a thing with, I don't know, expanding my repertoire as a counselor.
And
because there's just not an audiobook version of it available.
All the books I want to read, I know are going to make me sad.
Sometimes you got to be sad, man.
Yeah. I read all my books on a Kindle like a nerd.
Hey, don't talk about my fiance that way.
Sorry.
What if I do it?
No. Nobody gets to talk about my fiance that way.
Well, the next scene we have Jason laying in his bed surrounded by hand-drawn photos of him and Penny, as well as some movie posters. He's counting a bunch of pennies on his bed, saying there's about $13 there. Says that's a lot of pennies, and then laughs. He's like, haha, pennies, get it? Anyone? No one's here. Okay.
I mean, I think is that not a neurodivergent thing to do, is just talk like people are in the room?
A little bit. And from there, though, like, I think like his showing of this crush is like fairly developmentally appropriate. Usually you don't see crushing behaviors like this until kids maybe a little bit older sometimes, but like he's got like all the little pictures of them together hugging with the little like hearts and like
Just married.
yeah, it's so cute.
Their faces attached to a movie poster called
Vanillat. Vanillat.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I don't even know what it's
Vanilla.
a reference to.
Yeah, I think I read it as almost like a vanilla latte, but like abbreviated. I don't know. I don't know if it's a movie reference that I'm just not quite understanding. Who's to say?
Vanilla Sky, maybe.
Right. Well, he writes out on the card 2 pennies, spend this on something nice, signed ? And says to himself, maybe I shouldn't have spelled out the word ? So now we have a scene where Junior's watching Mr. Lynch with binoculars while Walter and Perry approach him and ask him to explain photosynthesis. Lynch is happy to explain it to him, and Junior gives the thumbs up to Brendan, who then enters the school, specifically towards Mr. Lynch's office. Rifles through a folder, looking at multiple test keys, trying to find the right one. We cut back to Lynch still explaining to Walter and Perry, who are slowly starting to fall asleep. I don't know if you caught it, but as they're dozing off, Walter tells Perry to dream of him.
They're so cute. They're
Yeah.
so evil and they're so cute.
Couple's
Really?
goals.
Yeah.
One thing I did wonder is maybe I missed this because I know I've been behind on episodes a touch because we were moving. Who's the new principal? Because they mentioned
That's a
like
great question.
Right
were
now,
like-
they have not mentioned a new principal, but it does not seem like Lynch is interim principal.
no, because they even
anymore.
mentioned they're like, unless you want us to give this to the principal.
Right.
Yeah.
Why they
Who's
wouldn't
the
just
new-
say Mr. Lynch.
Yeah, who's
Right.
the new principal?
That's a great question. I hope we find that out.
As soon as Mr. Lynch walks into his office, Brendan hides behind the door and then makes a very clean getaway. As soon as he's out of Mr. Lynch's office, though, he gets hit in the face with an envelope full of pennies. Penny has scribbled everything out and has written, "To Brendan, love Penny." Little exo action.
Why was the end of signed scratched out like that?
Sig.
Sig.
I'm guessing that's from, I don't know. I was going to say maybe because, yeah, that's the same, like, she crossed out
Yeah.
what she assumed he wrote.
Sig.
I don't know. Maybe because the X didn't cover that, she just wanted to scribble some of it out. I don't know.
All I know is that this is an unhinged behavior.
Oh, do you mean after she throws it at him and then runs away while bouncing off of lockers like a fucking pinball?
Yeah.
She's just doing her.
It makes me think of I don't know if anyone's familiar on TikTok with baby corn.
Baby corn.
The cat,
no.
baby corn.
I don't think so. No.
I got nothing.
Precious. He has some sort of hyperplasia probably. And he's got some form of dwarfism, so he's real little.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
when
and
he gets
that's
excited, he wobbles around.
Oh.
And I love him so much. I would die for baby corn.
That's really
Right.
cute.
Just the bouncing off the walls is what. Also, walking, just
Cross-eyed.
walking out and getting hit with pennies.
She didn't even keep the pennies.
Maybe she did. Or I guess we hear a kind of heavy
Yeah, it
whack.
definitely sounds heavy when it hits Brendan.
Yeah.
So,
And he's so stunned, and she's still bouncing off the fucking lockers as she's
Yep.
going.
well, behind even more lockers, we see Jason has witnessed the entire thing, falls to the ground with tears in his eyes.
Aw, poor guy.
I'm going to keep it here for a bit.
Why? So you can revel in his sadness?
Just your tears.
Oh, wow. Poor Jason.
Yeah.
Jason was so cute in this episode.
He stalked.
Listen.
Something I was thinking of now is seeing
Don't
the
judge
way
me.
that Brendan's hair sticks up when he's against the wall. Is that drawing in the driver's ed class of him on the ground? And is that a reference to the episode where he got hit by a car?
Oh.
So, yeah, there is a drawing on the chalkboard in the driver's ed class of what looks to be a car accident.
Like, I see the nose. Is
Yeah.
that Brendan? It
So
could be.
the only reason I'm not quite sure is because that car looks like it hit like a pole or something.
Mm.
That's
I don't
right.
think they ever hit a pole. I think they just swerved off to, well, no, they just hit Brendan straight
Yeah.
on.
That guy's dead in that.
But
picture.
I think it's a pretty similar representation.
Yeah. I whenever you see X's as eyes, that to me, I just see like that's supposed to be
They did.
dead to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think of Puzzle Valley now because of Marcin.
Ah.
I think of Dead Eyes.
Points all around.
Marcin's
Clip
like, see,
that.
this is why I'm with you, so that you reference my podcast.
Clip that. All right, so now we're at soccer practice. Coach is asking Melissa if he can talk to her for a second. He asks her initially to be her daughter for the day, and Melissa says she's going to say no off the bat, but keep talking.
That's a good way to start a conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's setting a very healthy boundary of like, I'm not really feeling this, but go on. Coach goes on to explain he wants her to pose as his daughter, to go to a driving school with him to help him cheat on the exam. Surprisingly, Melissa says, I'll do it. And Coach says they need to come up with a system and asks her if she knows how to wink. But Melissa tries, and all she can do is blink. And Melissa claims she can wink as long as she can hold one hand over her eye.
I didn't know that was a thing that people can't blink. Some people
can't wink?
Yeah, some people can't.
Yeah.
There was a wrestler named James Ellsworth who just could not wink, and he came out of a set or whatever, and he looked into the camera and he's supposed to wink, and he just goes, just one big blink.
Yeah.
Slow blink like you're a cat.
All right. Well, the next scene we're in, I think this is basically the only movie this episode,
Yeah.
where Brendan is playing a pretty obvious parody of Woody Allen.
This scene killed me. This one made
I
me
was
laugh.
wondering if it was based off something because of the fact you were laughing so hard.
It's just Woody Allen in general. That's how that guy talks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't based off like an actual movie that he was in. It's just,
No.
I don't think it's a specific one, but a Woody Allen cheating movie is not.
Woody
That's
Allen,
pretty-
child dater?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woody Allen, also Annie Hall. He was in the movie Ants, which is a really good movie, but like he's just it was just a perfect impression of Woody Allen. Which
It
is what
really
killed me.
was. It really was. So yeah, Brendan's character says, I can't believe you cheated on me. And Melissa's character pushes back saying, you cheated on me.
Is there a reason why Melissa was standing on books?
To be taller, I think, because
Yeah,
Woody
Woody
Allen
Allen's
is short.
See, I don't know much about the man.
Yeah.
I know enough.
Yeah,
I just
Right.
know that he dated his own stepchild.
Yeah.
and that's kind of why I'm okay with just enjoying Woody Allen through an impression by Brendan Small here.
Yeah. So basically the scene devolves into them going back and forth saying, you're a cheater. No, you're a cheater. While they're arguing back and forth, Melissa yells cut. It is established. Melissa is the one that yells cut. Brendan asks her if everything is okay because she just called cut, and Melissa denies it. She's like, no, I didn't. You did. Brendan, not too worried about it, changes the subject and asks if she's heard from Jason at all. And she said no.
I do believe this is his therapist getup. Everyone's entitled to my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
is,
then he lost his glasses between being on screen and now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably just since they cut, he's like, all right, I don't need to wear these.
I'm fairly certain that is an Annie Hall outfit that Melissa is wearing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Brendan changes the subject and asks her if she's heard from Jason at all, and she says no, and then asks why he didn't show up today. Brendan says it's complicated and explains the situation where Penny thinks that Brendan likes her, and Jason found out because he's stalking Penny. And Melissa asks why Jason likes her anyway. Brendan says he doesn't know, but Jason was going to ask Penny to go out. And Melissa seems genuinely surprised. This was the part where I was like, because Melissa's like, really? And then was like, oh, great job, Brendan. I didn't know Jason was going to ask her to go out. So I don't know if there's any jealousy there with Melissa, or she's just genuinely surprised that Jason likes this girl.
I
Yeah.
detect a hint of jealousy.
Yeah.
Is there any more references? I guess I shouldn't be asking this to like Jason and Melissa's even relationship.
No, I cannot answer that question.
That's a good editor. Tim can go back.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll ask after the podcast, Tim.
He just gets down on all fours and starts just like transforming.
Animorph style. Yeah.
So Melissa then says that she has to get going and tells Brendan, don't forget to study for the DMV test. When Brendan says what, she corrects herself and says, don't forget to study for Mr. Lynch's test. So now we see Brendan taking Mr. Lynch's test, and I'm getting that like test taking panic attack kind of vibe again that we got when Brendan kind of just had test taking anxiety. But this time we see Jason's head, Penny's head, and then Walter Perry and Junior's head all swirling around him. So I think this is just Brendan with a lot on his plate,
Yeah.
being very anxious. I think this is also supposed to be the indication that there's so much going on that he's not gonna cheat on the test. He has what he thinks are the answers to this test, but he's not gonna cheat. So now we have a scene where Brendan is trying to get a hold of Jason on the phone. He's leaving a message on the answering machine, and then we, see from Jason's house, which looks pretty destroyed, like all the pictures and posters of him and Penny are ripped up or torn down. So we see Jason is playing with clay, saying he doesn't need Penny or Brendan. And it's funny because when we see what he's making with the clay, it appears to be just like a bust of himself.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be Penny.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can see the little clay where she's in her the little drawing of her in her wedding dress. And it's like, oh.
Buddy.
I wrote down, God forgive me, because everything's just a wreck.
Yeah. Well, now we have Brendan talking to his mom while she's preparing dinner, and Josie plays with blocks on the table. Paula is saying that his quote-unquote friend shouldn't be cheating on tests, and Brendan claims that he only cheated once, but the second time he was blackmailed, and then clarifies that he did not cheat on the second test, and their cheating days are over. So Paula can tell Brendan is obviously talking about himself, and asks if his friend has a name, but Brendan says no, but he also has another friend who is definitely not him, who has a stalker. So Paula asks Brendan if he's being stalked, and he says he is, but not by that friend, by a different non-friend, and the first stalker likes the second stalker, and that stalker is stalking him.
I know the story, but I did not follow.
I got it right. Just trust. He goes on to say that he has yet another couple of friends who are planning to cheat the Department of Motor Vehicles, to which Paula replies, very funny. Guess what, guys? We're going to play this scene too.
2 scenes.
That's right. We're going back to a 2-scene.
Bonus scene.
That's right. So this is the scene where McGurk is finally taking the test, and he's got Melissa, a.k.a. Tinkerbell, helping him out.
Disney lawyers are fucking salivating.
What's that, sweetie pie? Did you have something you want to say to Daddy?
Yes, Daddy.
And what was that, pumpkin?
I wanted to say C. And then next I wanted to say B, C, C, D, A, D, F, C, A.
No, slow down too fast.
D, 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 A, C, B, F, D.
No, slower. What?
D,
D.
D, C, C, B, A, C, D.
No, Melissa, don't tell me the first one and then shoot through the other ones.
What do you have up till?
D.
You only have D?
Yeah, because you said D.
There's like 50 more.
Well, I know, but to go through them one at a time so I can rhyme hot. How you doing? Okay, go ahead.
C.
Right.
D, C, C, B, A, C, D. Are you doing this?
No. What number are you on?
I'm on 17. What number are you on?
Oh, my God. Let's start over at 1.
1?
Yes, because I'm now, yeah.
A.
All right.
Wrong.
What are you on now?
Yeah.
2.
Why would she change it to A if it's C?
Because it's C. D, C, A, B, C, 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 D, A, C, C, B.
That's how she got the D on the test.
I love that scene. That's just one of those goofy things. It's like D, C, C, A, B, C, C, D, A's.
The Melissa McGurk dynamic is rare, but always funny.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I need more.
Very much so. All right, gang. So we're back at the coffee house. Brendan is getting the attention of Penny, asks her to have a seat so they can talk. Brendan explains that when he says he has a friend who likes her, that's exactly what he means. He actually has a friend who isn't him. She even asks Brendan, oh, so you don't like me? And Brendan shoots back, he doesn't even like himself. That's when she replies, oh, that's sweet. You don't like yourself, but I could like you.
She's I can fix him.
Yep.
Well, Brendan again clarifies that there is someone who really likes her, and it isn't him. So how's about a little bit of that? So Penny claims that's a little too advanced, claiming that there's 2 people that now like her. Brendan tries to clarify there's only one, and it's Jason.
I did not expect her to have that personality. I did not expect her to be as cool and flirty as she ended up being.
Because she doesn't look like the type?
No, because she started off going,
People can be multifaceted.
I didn't.
She can't be on all the time.
She was going,
Adele's like, I can be hot and confused.
I see hot and dumb.
her going and then jumping and bouncing off the lockers kind of gave me a different idea of what she could be like.
Well, as he's trying to explain all this, we see Jason's point of view from across the street, watching them with binoculars, calling them dirty sons of bitches. He says, Brendan, you were my best friend, before screaming, I hate you. And then calmly says, be good to her. And then again, he calls both of them bastards. We're back at the Penny and Brendan scene. Brendan is showing Penny a physical picture of Jason, and Penny recognizes him immediately, saying she's seen a lot of him in the last few weeks, and she assumed Brendan hired him to follow her. Brendan clears it up that he was doing it out of admiration, and Penny says he's cute and she would gladly stalk him.
So you've seen him the entire time, and you didn't think there was anything up, and then also you thought...
I mean, she said that she thought something was up. She thought Brendan had put Jason up to.
But how
her
long?
around.
Like, she didn't know Brendan until recently, and he's been following her for the entire time.
Who knows, man?
I mean, if he's stalking her, he's wearing bright orange.
Yeah.
He does not blend with his surroundings.
Not at all. Not to mention that even where you have it paused at this very moment, he is in frame. Brendan says he'll put something together, and that's when Penny says she has to leave, and on her way out, she gives Brendan a kiss on the cheek.
Bogus.
And we see and hear Jason screaming from outside the window.
It's the throwing himself against the window part.
No!
It's so sad.
Just so bogus, though.
Well, we're back at the DMV. As Coach is taking the test, the instructor asks McGurk's quote-unquote daughter what her name is. Coach says Melissa, but Melissa says Tinkerbell. So they both agree with Tinkerbell. That's when the instructor informs them that he will be the proctor for the driving portion of the test. So now we're back outside the coffee house. Brendan is trying to explain the situation to Jason, but Jason keeps spitting in his face.
Why is it green?
I don't know, but they do that layer thing too, with like it's Brendan's perspective and it's just like layer after layer after layer. Well, Brendan finally loses it and they attack each other. We have a very quick scene with Mr. Lynch grading the tests and pointing out, hey, all three of these tests, the answers are wrong. Like really wrong. Almost like they cheated. Cheated off the wrong test. That's when he pets his cat and says, the titular, those bitches tried to cheat me.
When did he get a cat?
Oh, he's been having cats.
Yeah,
I swear he just had a lot
Last
of cat
episode.
paraphernalia, but like not...
A handful of episodes ago, we see him in a doorway with two cats, but I think Adele points out those were gray cats.
Yeah.
And then last episode, we see his army of cats, which this cat was part of.
Yeah, he has 5 cats. I can't remember the names of them.
Angelico, Fernelico, Sanchi-san, Mr.
Moo-moo?
Moo-moo, and Mr. Twiginski.
Yeah, there it is.
I did tell them last time that you should have been on that episode because it was a cat-centric episode.
It was
That's going to be our future when I eventually retire. Is
Right.
this just fostering an army of cats?
Yes, that is a cat-centric episode, but between these two episodes, I just thought this was a better episode, to be honest.
I have to agree.
Honestly, true.
The Honky Magoo episode was
Fine.
It was fine. Now we have McGurk taking his driving test in a student vehicle with a license plate that says "Look Out," but it's spelled like L-U-K-O-U-T.
Yeah.
So it was like luck out.
Mm.
I thought kind of like the Uttos.
Yeah.
Uttos.
I think it's supposed to be like, look out. So the instructor tells Tinkerbell her father's doing a great job, and hey, so are you, sitting back there quietly. Melissa tells Coach, I want to go home. And the instructor seems confused, asking why his daughter calls him Coach. Now, a real quick freak-out moment here with Melissa. The music gets weird. She gets the spiral in the background, and Melissa just says she wants to go home. During her little freak-out part, there's actually a very quick part where she does wink. She only closes one eye.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, now that she's like kind of crashing out, she is finally able to wink.
That's so funny.
Oh,
There it was.
Yeah.
She
Eye
winked.
twitch.
That's an eye
Gotcha.
twitch.
Yeah, it was an eye twitch, but she winked.
Yeah.
Also, another bogus moment from Melissa because at one point she just goes, he's not my father. And,
This man's not my father.
and that is the worst thing you can say in any setting.
Yeah. Well, we get a quick scene back to Brendan and Jason fighting in front of the coffee house. And yeah, that's where we go back to the car where Melissa says we cheated and that he's not my father. He made me cheat. The instructor tells McGurk, pull the car over right now. We see a quick almost collision on a cross street between a car and the Scab-mobile.
I did write that down. I saw that one.
Before McGurk approaches the intersection, Brendan and Jason fighting in the street. Coach slams on the brakes and swerves and hits the fire hydrant instead of Brendan and Jason.
I just saw the student thing, and I just the animation of Jason choking out Brendan is just sends me because it kind of looks like they're just like hopping along rather than just actually killing someone.
Yeah.
And now they're hugging.
Now they're hugging because they almost got dead.
Exactly.
I was wondering how no one died, but I think McGurk put a right hand out to save the other two.
Oh, yeah.
He's making fun of me.
I wrote it down. I didn't think I was going to say it because...
No, a habit I picked up from when I have worked stuff where I've had stuff in the car is that when I have to hit the brakes a little sooner than I would I reach out my right arm and I hold to keep whatever it is from falling, and Marcin teases me for it relentlessly because I do it to him, and I'm sorry that I want to protect you.
My dad would do the same thing. I think it's a thing people do.
No, I know it's a thing that people do. It's just what's going to prevent me from going flying through this windshield?
There's
a hand.
My strong arm.
There's an episode. There's an episode of Seinfeld where that's a guy's move is he stops short and then is oh hey oh whoa whoa.
Goes for the tit.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
The Ass Man episode.
Yeah.
That's the only...
Stop short, that's my move.
That's the only Seinfeld episode I've ever seen.
Seinfeld.
What's the deal with dating a 17-year-old?
I do it all the time. Now we have a quick scene where it's Brendan and Melissa sitting off to the side of the road. Coach is talking to a cop, and we pan over to see Jason talking to Penny. And they're just kind of introducing themselves. Jason asks Penny if she wants to go out, and she says... yeah, okay. And Jason asks her if that's it. She says, yeah, and he points out, well, this isn't as fun as stalking. And immediately asks Penny if she wants to break up. So Penny specifies, okay, so we were just going out for a minute there, and Jason says, yeah. And she says, oh, okay. And agrees to break up.
Mans is in it for the chase.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's so cute, though.
He's cuter when he's stalking.
In not real life, it's charming.
Yeah.
In real life, it's
terrifying.
Bogus.
I think it's more of the longing, not so much the stalking.
We love a good pining.
Yes,
a
yearn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Of course I yearn.
As a queer person, of course, pining and yearning is it's it, chief.
We made it to the final scene. Mr. Lynch is giving Junior, Walter, and Perry their tests back, saying F, 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 and informs all of them that they're getting detenzione. I like the little... He gives them little, fart finger guns.
Mr. Lynch is a comedian. He should have been the comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it. He's like, oh, you guys should see the look on your faces. Actually, don't change your face. I'm going to go get a camera, and when I come back, I'm going to see those looks. We hear Junior tell Brendan, you're going to get it.
At least Lynch isn't doing the whole disappointed parent thing, tisk, 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 I believed in you, because that's worse.
He's more like, I fucking caught you.
He loves it. And folks, that is the end of season 4, episode 9. Those bitches tried to cheat me.
End of scene.
Is this the best title of all the home movies episodes?
I'll give it that.
Is that your thought?
I think so.
It's a good one.
Because most times I'm either disappointed by the title or I'm like, that makes no sense to the episode.
Right.
I'd say it's a really good title.
I think so.
I think you like it, Marcin, because it's the titling convention of Taskmaster, where you just take the funniest line from the episode. And
that could be it. You know what, honestly, that could be it.
I do love a good titular line.
Titular.
In order for me to save the day, I have to be Superman 4.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So that is that episode. I really like this episode,
Me
a
too.
lot.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best paced episodes. It's got so many good lines, so many good scenes. I genuinely love that Melissa and Coach with the C, DC, BC, CCA. That shit cracked me up. And then McGurk in the invisible car just,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a classic
So
fucking
good.
whole movie scene.
I mean, how many scenes did we want to play? 'Cause
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play the episode, to be honest.
Right.
I wanted to play the scene where Jason just goes, no!
I know too, like the movie where he's Woody Allen is like, dude, his Woody Allen impression is like perfect.
That killed me. I didn't expect it to start killing me as much as it did.
Yeah.
But it was just so perfect.
It really was. So, yeah, definitely a very good episode. But before we can grade the episode, you got to give Jason a grade, don't we?
So, yeah, Jason, he was so cute this episode, right? Stalking a woman.
Usually on these episodes, I was like, I feel like different vibes all around.
I feel like Marcin's just bitter because it's Jason. And
No,
Jason on some level reminds me of what he probably was like as a child.
Now, hold on a second. Are you saying I dislike myself?
I don't like myself.
So
S grade for stalker.
Well, let me just say, yes, I do relate to Jason.
I want to marry my stalker.
Dude, I loved Goldfinger. That was my favorite song for a long time. I know it by heart. But I relate to Jason in this episode in ways such as, oh, I really like that person. Oh, here they come. Like that, I think that's the most relatable thing I can.
You did that at Shannon and Mark's wedding when I specifically went out of my way to try to talk to you, and you were like a swerve, and I thought you hated me.
I mean,
this was before we were dating, for context.
My instinct is that I'm always bothering somebody, and I know that's something I got to work on. So I'm not going to say I'm going to destroy Jason with this grade here, because I did relate to that. Mm-hmm. And I think that is a very childlike, kid-friendly thing to do. And then the going back and forth between, oh, treat her well, you bastard.
Yeah, he was going through it this episode. And let me just say, too, we've had some episodes in the past where some very weird shit was happening because of, like, age differences and dynamics and stuff like this. At the very least, with Jason's whole thing, I would say Penny is at least someone who is age appropriate for him to be trying to get with. Whereas, like, the whole nurse thing, it's like, buddy.
Oh, buddy. Baby child.
But also, like, who hasn't had a crush on an adult when you're like 6 or 5 or whatever? And you're like, you're nice to me and you call me sweetheart, you know? Yeah. I'll understand that. I'll relate to that. I don't have a major problem with Jason during this episode, except for the fact that, like, the second he got what he wanted, he was like, I don't actually want this anymore, you know?
I've met those people.
No, they exist. Right. And what would you say about them?
Listen, let me go on the record and say that I do not condone stalking. I just thought he was very cute in his crush.
Oh, yeah.
For some people, it's all about the chase, baby.
Yeah, I mean, listen, no one here is condoning stalking. I know that for a fact. And if he was a little bit older, I know that the age is a factor into play. So I know he's not going to do anything. And just bogus when Penny kissed Brendan. I was like, why'd she do that?
Especially, okay, they both knew Jason was at that window. He was not hiding well.
No.
And she knew that was, she just found out Jason actually liked her, and she sees him right there. Yeah. And so she went out of her way to give Brendan a kiss.
She could have literally held up the photo of Jason and looked at Jason and was like, yep, same guy.
Yeah,
same guy.
Absolutely.
Bogus.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I think Penny is a little bit of a shit starter.
Yeah, I think they're perfect for each other. And I was pissed off that they didn't do anything about that and like actually date, because hey, it's not Melissa. Melissa's not jealous. Everyone's fine. But that kiss was bogus, and then Jason dealing with his own thing.
They can't be interrupting the status quo here. They got to have it reset for the next episode.
I know, but still, B-. Not bad.
That's not a bad grade.
It went from a C+ to a B- because for once I'm factoring in that he's a child.
Yes.
But yeah, B-.
The rest of the time you were trying him as an adult.
He's been tried as an adult.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Same.
That's a neurodivergent little boy.
But look at him.
He's just a baby child.
I got to pause on the screen right now and it's Jason crying, looking directly at me.
Poor buddy.
That's why I gave him the B.
It's just you, past you, looking at yourself in the present. That's little baby Marcin.
No one has evidence of this.
All right, B- for
Eddie. Where's Eddie?
Yeah. B- for baby Marcin. All right, grades for the episode. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
It's Adele.
Oh my gosh. So I think it's Camp at the end of the day is my favorite episode. This rivaled Camp for me.
Really?
It did. I really liked this episode. It was just like the cinematography, the quality level of animation going up, the cuteness of Jason having a little crush, and just the overall arcing theme of the episode. Melissa was in it. She did a great job. And Dwayne was in it for a second. So it gets S tier for me.
Got him. Got him on the Dwayne technicality.
Yep. He was in it for a split second. It counts. It's an S tier.
That's awesome.
Are we saying that Dwayne is Scab?
Yes.
That is Dwayne's
He was
van.
driving the van.
It's Dwayne drives the Scabmobile. This is canon.
That I did not expect you to give this episode an S.
Sorry, S for stalker.
Got him.
Whoa.
Nice.
She's following me.
Yeah, I get it. Who wants to go next for the grade?
I can go next. I don't think it's an S tier.
That's fine.
I don't think it's an A+ for
That's
me.
fine.
I think it's a straight down the middle A. I think it's a really good episode. It has somewhat of a payoff from all three. Like, it's another one of those episodes that goes, like, they kind of diverge and meet in the middle, where it ends.
Where certain plots literally and figuratively run into each other.
Yeah. I think the only one that was missing out was on the cheating part, but like, honestly, you could have thrown that part out of the episode. But it was very enjoyable, but very fun. I like that everybody was going like in a separate direction and having their own time. Also, bringing back the sergeant was very fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my own bias, but I think every time McGurk is like interacting with a man, I think, oh yeah, they have a crush on each other. Mm. Even from the beginning with the cop, he's like, oh yeah, I didn't expect to see a male stripper here. And every time it's with a woman, I want to look away. So.
Yeah,
it was enjoyable, but I do just straight down the middle A.
I get it. Yeah, for sure. Nice. Good grade. Nick, do you want to go next or would you like me to?
I'll go for it.
Nice.
I would have to agree with Marcin and give it a straight down the middle A. I think it was kind of, to Adele's point, Jason's very cute, very sweet. Mm-hmm. Like there's a relatable vibe to like being a kid with a crush and like all of the little like, oh, I'm going to learn everything about them. And oh my God, could you talk to them for me? That sense of nervousness. And I do think similarly, like the plots converge in a very like interesting way. Mm-hmm. I would say this was one of like the more fun episodes I've seen. So I'd have to agree on that A.
Yeah. And genuinely, like, that's why I wanted you to come on for this episode. I thought this episode was very fun. And this is going to basically go into my grade as well, because the last couple episodes, I don't know. I just kind of felt were little stinkers. Not as much of a fan.
They were fine.
They were fine episodes, but coming off of season 3 or even the beginning of season 4 with like Wizards Baker, like holy, what?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. This was such a good episode to me. I always talk about how much I enjoy pacing. This episode, once again, something is mentioned and the next scene is happening. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just so well done. And the amount of scenes and lines, and I got a family in another state that I'm trying to contact. The invisible car part, all these parts, it was very hard picking a clip. That's why I had to pick 2. A lot going on in this episode. Great story. Yeah, Jason was a little stalker. He was also incredibly vulnerable. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to mention the history of what's going to go on, if anything, with Jason and Penny and all that. But this was a very fun episode for me. And maybe just because we're coming off a couple episodes that I didn't enjoy as much, this one just really, really hit. I think they took some big swings with the story. The cinematography was great. The music was really good. Everything was so on point with this episode, when I felt the last couple episodes kind of maybe took some swings and had some misses. I think I can very comfortably give this episode an S as well.
Let's fucking go.
Wow.
I did think that you were going to be like, factoring in is the fact that you're here. And it's like, that's fair. I'm great. Wonderful company.
So, yeah.
Did not expect an S from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did sense it, and I was almost tempted to pick an S as well, just so we could spell sass.
That's funny.
Now we spelled ass.
Let's go.
2 A's, ass. Like,
that's why it's ass.
Yeah, really fun episode. I enjoyed it so much. So much. So, yeah, great stuff. Is there anything we wanted to add about the episode in general, or do we feel we've covered it?
Don't stalk people.
Very true.
I feel like I need to say that now.
This is normative behavior for a 7-year-old.
Yes.
This is not normative behavior if you're in your 30s.
Yes. 8's the cutoff. Once you hit 8, you can't stop.
That's right.
I'll give you that. Can we have a third clip? Just 1 second worth.
What's the third clip? No! That's such a good soundbite, too.
You had that shit cued.
I loved it so much.
Yeah. I think that's the like perfect cap for this episode too.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is the part where I would stop the episode. So let's go. Oh,
What?
Oh no,
What's going on? Tim?
no brakes. I got no brakes, guys. This podcast is gonna run into that gas station.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Sweat, dude.
You thought I was gonna be like, oh, it was not recording?
Dude, I've done that before, and so
Same.
I love you.
That was the end. Thanks, guys. That's going to do it for this episode of Rewatching Home Movies. Join us next week for Season 4, Episode 10, Cho and the Adventures of Amy Lee. If you liked what you heard, check out our link tree at linktree/RHMPod. There, you can like, follow, and subscribe. Send us an email to request free stickers, or leave us a 5-star review. I will read 5-star reviews on the podcast. Thanks again to Nick for being our host and for the refresh of our logo, and Chris Bongat for the lo-fi version of our theme song. On behalf of myself, Tim, and my co-host Marcin and Adele, thank you for rewatching home movies with us. We'll see you next week. Bye.